Welcome everybody to the Clydesdale Fitness and Friends special edition live from the CanWest games. We have our partner at Clydesdale Media, Catherine Butler from Fantasy Fitnessing. What's going on, Catherine?
Not too much. It's been a big day of on and off rain and lots of fitness.
Yeah, on and off rain. So is this an all outdoor event?
Yeah, everything's outdoor. It's on like track facility, and it's on the infield of the track. One end is one floor, one side is one floor, and the other side is the other floor. So they kind of have 3 rotating floors all day.
And this has a lot of divisions: Elite, RX. So it's like a community thing with some of the big names in the sport jumping in along.
Yeah, they've got duos and trios and all the way Elite, RX, intermediate, and scaled for everything, and masters. So they've got it all.
Wow. As we were talking throughout the day, things kind of got off the time. Is it because of so many moving pieces? This is the first year for these event organizers.
I think it might have just been the first year for the event organizers. I don't know much about them and what their experience is running events. Everything, I think, actually just started late. Like the first heats of things weren't on time. And then it's one floor that had the Soul Cycle one just kept drifting because they don't have a bike erg in the warm-up area. So all the athletes were coming on the floor and wanting to try it out. I don't think they had the heavy dumbbells in the warm-up area either. They've got 0 machines in the warm-up area and no ropes, no boxes.
Wow.
So I think that might be it, of what's like people want to touch the things. Like a lot of people, I know the people from like Barracks Fitness that are here, like we don't have a bike erg. So this is people's first time using it.
And it is very, very different than an Echo bike or an assault bike.
Yeah.
So and somebody close to you is competing this weekend as well, correct?
Yeah. So that's why I missed like Matt Brady and Adam Davidson as I was watching Dave.
Okay. So tell everyone what he's up to this weekend.
So Dave's competing in the scaled men's division. And that's kind of why we're here. Yeah, individual. And I think there's about 10 people from our gym competing, team, RX, intermediate, whatever, all over the place. So it's just like running in circles. But it's fun. It's great.
Yeah, and this is, we were able to get you media passes. Does that give you access that you wouldn't normally have?
It means I can go into the athlete area. That's really they don't actually have like a media spot or press spot for anything.
So no pit around the floor or anything like that?
No. So, but it's not that busy, so it's not like a problem.
So that was my next question is, it's very well known that the organizers last year, there were with COVID, not last year, but during COVID, had to cancel, did not refund some money. These new owners took over to try to save CanWest. What is the attendance like there?
I've never been before, but I would not say it's that high. The divisions aren't full. I think maybe made a few too many divisions, having duos and trio teams and all the individuals, all the masters, everything. And they opened up a lot of spots. Like, I think there was supposed to be 72 scaled men. Like, that's like a lot of heats. I think there's some, maybe bit off a bit more than they could chew. But I know that they have some grand plans. So, and like I know just around in Calgary and stuff, some people aren't really keen to come back yet because they weren't refunded their money, even though the new owners aren't, like who didn't refund their money. Like it's kind of a weird situation there.
So we're getting questions about Alex Smith withdrawing. Do you know anything about that?
He never took the floor. And same with Elijah Muhammad.
Did you see either one of them?
No, I haven't seen either. But like on Instagram, Alex Smith's definitely in Vancouver.
Okay.
But yeah, they've had to compress like lanes and stuff because they just didn't show. And like there's no
It's weird because the leaderboard has Alec Smith as a withdrawal, but it has Easy as like a do not finish, which is, I don't know what the distinction is. It like almost implied that he did the workout but didn't finish the workout, or maybe it's just the way they put it in competition corner wasn't accurate. But
or maybe two different people did it at two different times as they got the notification.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of them here.
So I have a question about the workouts themselves. The first one was, I think 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rope climb, run back and forth, and then was it snatches? So the snatches and the rope climb makes sense to me on that. But then I saw some video of like people running on a track. Did they have to do?
Yeah, so they were in the field that's kind of like at the end of the track. So the rig kind of goes along like the, I don't know, touchdown line kind of thing, like that way. And then you do your ropes and then you actually run the length of the rig out onto the track. And it's actually just a loop kind of the end. And then you come in on the other side. So it's actually a loop. It's not out and back.
Okay. So is it 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, or was it just one every time?
Just one every time.
Okay.
Yeah. The incrementing was just the rope climbs and snatches.
Okay. And then event 2 just looked awful and, you know.
Yeah, a lot of lactic acid building up in that round 3 there.
I want to give you guys an update. I just checked Easy's Instagram. It said that he had like 16 hours of delays at the airport, and it sounds like he never even made the trip. So he regrettably didn't make it.
We're getting a question. Did athletes have to change their own weights?
They did. It was definitely like some would change it when they finished it and before the rope climbs. Others would do it like after the run. So it was, athletes taking care of their own weights.
Awesome. So I have a leaderboard. We have the updated leaderboard for men. We do not have it for women yet, I don't think, but we'll go check it. So I'm going to pull that up now.
Yeah, women's up now.
Okay, so first we have men, and there is a name we all know at the top. Chandler Smith has won both events. James Sprague finishes second in both events. And then we have Matt Brady, Adam Davidson, and Mitchell Stevenson to round out the top 5.
Yep.
And then on the women's side, Gabrielle Spence is in the lead, winning both events. Amy Hosking in second, Hattie Cano in third, Annika Greer in fourth, and Jessie Smith in fifth. So the Smiths are both in the top 5 in this event. So
yeah, Jessie Smith is formerly Jessie Harper, Chandler Smith's new bride, in case anyone isn't as nerdy as we are.
Yeah,
I'm going to go move so I can maybe plug in to extend this.
And I have, so what time is it there right now? Is it 6:30?
10 after 6, yeah.
Okay. So I have confirmation that we will have Annika Greer and Logan Ewing together will be popping on the show. Gabrielle Spence is going to jump on. It'll be later in the hour. Like just before 10, we'll get a couple minutes with her and hopefully some more during this weekend. And that's all I have confirmation. We have a couple more invites out, but hopefully they'll be popping on. So I got to know, how did Dave do day 1?
I think day 1 was his least favorite events, the ones that he just wanted over with. So that was good that those are done. He had to do, because even in the scale division, they actually had some scales and they kind of scored like the open. Because like they had rope climbs in the scale division, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rope climbs. So there was a lot of scaling. They did like seated to stand on the rope climbs as a scale. So a lot of the field did that from what I saw. And yeah, he's happy with how he's doing. I haven't really checked his leaderboard. I'm just checking the elites.
It's nice to know where your priorities lie.
Well, he's here, he's doing it. I'm proud he's doing it. I kind of chose to not to, so I can do this.
I don't even know what his last name is. Is it Charlton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
He's on the
he could
leaderboard.
have got,
That's what we'll say.
yeah. And he's happy with how he did through those two. So
Perfect.
he got second in his heat. So that's always feels good.
So some people are commenting
yeah.
that they don't think that changing your own weight should ever be a part of a workout in events like this.
It kind of changes, like, because everybody that we're here with is doing it, so everyone's debating it, and it's like, do it, push the run a bit, and then do it while you're like sort of resting before you snatch to give yourself a second. But then those people actually change the weights quite slowly versus changing it right after your snatch. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely a thing to consider, but it definitely doesn't prove anybody's fitness for sure.
Yeah. So what are your impressions of Chandler so far this weekend? You know, he's coming out with a documentary from the Granite Games where it appears that he was really sick that weekend and struggling. Does it look like he's recovered from all that?
I'd say he looks good. It's he's sweeping it so far, so I'd say he's doing good. He's definitely just fun to watch because he's at that level that he's like watching the floor. Because in the second event, him and James Sprague were literally the end lanes, and
really?
I think they went and I think they went 1 and 2, but they're from lane 3
like,
and lane 12.
Oh wow, that stinks.
So tomorrow will be more fun to get those guys like compressed and get like Matt Brady in the second heat. Gabrielle Spence has swept it from the first heat.
Wow. Okay.
Like, I think a few of those girls were actually all in the first heat. That we haven't really figured out how they seeded people, because I'm pretty sure Hattie Cano was in the first heat, and like she went to last chance. She should be in the final heat. So I don't know if people that did the qualifiers just got seeded and then the invite people like compressed like the seeding down kind of thing. But then Annika Greer was in an end lane, same with Allison Scott.
I don't have, no, because I would have no way
Speaking
to
of
get
Annika Greer.
Speaking of Annika Greer.
You're live, babe.
I think he's implying to
Can
stay.
you hear us? We're talking to you.
Hey guys.
I want to watch Renee. I still have a friend competing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay,
Annika.
Outrageous.
Hi, sorry. Something's going on, and the service must be really bad because it is mega glitching.
Mega.
Do you want to sign off and come back on when you get to a better spot?
Okay, wait. I can hear you.
Yeah.
It just got better. We can hear you.
Okay.
It might have been
Catherine. We can hear you,
but I don't think it was her fault. Maybe it just took a minute.
All right. Hi, Annika.
Hi, what's up? And Logan. And Leo's here
Hi,
too.
Logan.
We're in a car.
What up?
So, how was your day?
You want me to take it?
Logan, you go first.
Sure.
It was good. I don't know. I was in the top heat, so it was kind of hard to tell, or not the top heat, the first heat. So it's kind of hard to tell if you're going fast enough. But Adam Davidson was in it, and he's in third right now, so he's a good guy to kind of go off of. It was fun. It was a little chaotic, things, but it was all good.
Yeah, mine was a little bit of a hot mess express, but it's all good.
What happened, Annika? Because we don't have any footage, so we're relying on you guys to tell us what happened. Or not.
So we lost Catherine. Now she's back. Maybe. She's on mute.
There she is.
We have Catherine back, but on mute. Annika and Logan and Leo just are spinning wheels. So I'm going to take them
That's
out
cool.
till they come back.
Okay.
And I think before you were cutting out, you're talking about Annika, actually. Catherine?
Yeah, that they, just in terms of seating and like lanes and stuff, is that Allison Scuds and Annika Greer were in like the end lane of the final heat. So I would have thought that invite people would have maybe, and Jessie Smith was on the far opposite end. So it's like
Annika said she'll be back in 5. They're going for Wi-Fi.
That's fine. Yeah, so we're not quite sure how they seated then the lanes or anything. That's
so it's a bit random. So I'm looking forward to like tomorrow. Hopefully they don't have any heat times up yet, so hopefully they're doing a reseed of everything before they go off tomorrow, because it's a lot more fun to actually be beside the people that are, you know, in that top 5 kind of thing. So you pacing and stuff like, yeah.
So I got to ask, we're hearing the bass in the background.
Yeah.
Is there still stuff going on tonight?
Yeah. So I think the lift was starting on one of the floors later, like around now. And that floor was empty for a while. So I think that should actually be on time. Some of the RX men I know were doing the complex. So yeah, I don't know how many floors are still active, but yep, still going on.
But the elites are done for the day. It's just some of the other divisions are finishing up.
And what's happening? The elites started at 10 a.m. Like they were first heat of the day and then mid-afternoon. So yeah.
Travis says, I think there's an ultrasound in progress. It does sound like a little fetal heartbeat.
Yeah. It's a good solid heartbeat, so that must be healthy.
Right? Yeah, the music's been good. They have actually like 2 floor commentators going around to like the different floors. So they're kind of commentating like everything that's going on, which is kind of nice. So if you're at one, you can hear that this is starting over on the other floor and stuff. So it's making the sort of following what's going on really nice, the way that they're doing that. That's definitely a plus.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So we have Hattie with us.
Hello.
Hey, Hattie.
Oh, my earbuds aren't working. Okay.
No, you're good. We can hear you.
I know, but I can't hear you on these. I can hear you. Can all of you guys hear them? Okay. I'm with friends, but
hi, friends.
We're driving.
Hey there.
How's it going?
Good. It's good, going well for you. You're sitting in 3rd, right?
I haven't actually looked at the leaderboard, so thank you.
I was just gonna say we should probably ask her first if she's paying attention to that. Come on, Scott.
We have no video footage of what's happened.
I was gonna look because that last.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna look just because that last one. Yeah, it was pretty tough. It hurt a lot.
So we haven't seen any footage of anything. So walk us through your day today, if you can. You know, briefly, highlights, lowlights.
Yeah. The first workout was awesome. It was in the wheelhouse. I knew I would love that. It was rope climbs. So it was 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 of rope climbs, and then like 150-meter run in between, and then snatches. And then the snatches went up in weight each time. So the 5 were at 135, and then 4 at 145, and then it just kept going up. And that last weight was 175. It was fire. It was awesome. And I was actually in the first heat with this girl, Gabby, and we ended up taking 1st and 2nd place in the first heat. So that was super cool. So that was like a highlight for sure.
I saw your Instagram post with you doing the rope climbs and saying, like, I guess they ended up being legless for a little bit, right?
Well, no, just the first one. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I think my heart rate was just going, and it was that first rope climb, and I was just like, okay, do, and I just started going up legless, and then in my head I was like, no, stop.
Wait, yeah.
We don't need to be doing the 10 rounds of legless rope climbs again.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then second
and then
event?
it's just been raining. It's been raining on and off here, so that's kind of been a bummer, but it hasn't been too bad. So it's just kind of been trickling. But yeah, the second event was brutal. So it was 2 minutes on, 1 minute off for 3 rounds, and then the last round was a 3-minute AMRAP. And then it was 22 cals on the bike erg, and then dumbbell snatches. So you had to get 12 dumbbell snatches at a heavy weight, 24 at a lighter weight, 36 at the even lighter weight. And then you just had to try and get those snatches done, obviously, as fast as you can in those intervals. And it was gross.
Yeah. That 2-2-3 sequence is super typical of hard work pays off programming. If you've, ever seen it before or done it, I've been doing it for like a year and a half now, and those are brutal.
Okay. Yeah, I got to do more of those, especially with that bike erg, because I've never really done sprint stuff with the bike erg before. I've just done more zone 2 kind of stuff. But yeah, it was very brutal.
Catherine was telling us that some of the athletes were saying there isn't much in the warm-up area. Like there's no machines and it's hard to get ready for the event. Is that what you're finding?
For sure. Yep. And it's just something that I think that obviously this competition will learn, that maybe they need to get some more machines, because that is something that, every competition I've been at, they've at least tried to have a few machines to warm up, right? So it's a young competition. Honestly, I thought that they would maybe do a little more research and homework and kind of have some of that stuff figured out. But also, to be brutally honest, their name is a little bit tainted from what happened before COVID, right? So I think that they just haven't had enough volunteers and stuff like that. And it's just going to grow, like that's all they're doing. And I think, giving them the benefit of the doubt is important, in just knowing that it is a young company or a young competition. Like same thing with Worlds. When I went to Worlds, sure, there were a few little hiccups and stuff like that, but they're so young that you got to learn along the way. It's just like being an athlete, you learn so many things along the way and just take it with you. And I'm sure they'll be sending out some kind of feedback form at the end of this, and we can all give our 2 cents. But it's pretty bare bones in the warm-up area for sure.
So a lot of events try to make the athletes feel special. Are they doing anything to do that for you this year?
What do you mean by that?
Just like welcoming you, making sure that you feel like you're important for being there, and thanking you for all that. Are they doing all those little things to make it feel like it's special?
I don't know. Again, I think that it's just so young that they're just trying to figure everything out. So I think that it's just a little bit hectic, and I think more it's just us competitors. Like I've been talking with a lot of the girls, and it's just us kind of just, having a good time and trying to get these brutal workouts done. And yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say so, but I've also just been kind of in my own zone, not really focusing on that kind of stuff. So
sure. When you think about your experience at Wodapalooza, and you give that, like, rate that on a 1 to 10 scale in terms of chaotic, and then compare it to CanWest, just to give us like a baseline. Because I've never been there, and I've certainly never been there as an athlete, but I've heard that can get chaotic with all the divisions and all the floors and all the people.
Yeah,
can you
sure.
give us a little comparison of the two?
Yeah, I'd probably say they're around the same. And I think just with us, like so many divisions like that, there's just so many more people to handle, right? And I think that it is going to be chaotic. Wadapalooza was awesome, but again, yeah, there was just so many people, and I'd probably say with 10 being most chaotic, I don't know, maybe a 7 or an 8.
Mm-hmm.
And just in the sense of, I think just in the sense of being like a little more organized, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Wadapalooza's been doing this for a long time.
Well, we have a couple more athletes who've jumped in the green room.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring them in as we finish up with you. My last question for you is, what are you looking forward to the most the rest of the weekend? Is there a workout you're looking forward to, or?
Just
That's
that
for you,
first
Hattie.
one, honestly, that first one was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Nothing on Saturday and Sunday that you're sparking your interest?
That row.
Probably the handstand walk one. I love handstand everything. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Hattie, so much for jumping on with us. We really appreciate it. And we hope you have continued success through the weekend.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
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 Here's trouble.
I don't know how Savon
guys.
works all this stuff.
I don't know if you
He's
could
so
hear
much-
or see us that entire time, but I really hope not.
We could.
It's not my fault. You're being annoying.
It's 100% her fault.
The problem is that I keep wanting to turn it. It's just confusing me. It's okay. We're doing good.
It's not that
Yeah, you're doing great.
Okay, we're in stable Wi-Fi.
Awesome.
We're doing much
So
better.
tell us a little bit about your Hot Mess Express today. What's going on? We just had Hattie on, and she said it was a little chaotic. Not gonna lie, just the people and the organization. So give us your take.
Yeah, the first Hot Mess Express was my fault. I lost my lead on the first workout because I missed the last snatch, and 4 people hit it in the time it took me to hit it. So that was unfortunate. Just I had a lot. I was really, really nervous. Probably the closest I've ever been to throwing up before an event before. Like straight up was more nervous for this than Wadapalooza anything.
Why?
Just 'cause it's been a really long time since I've tested my fitness, and I feel like a lot of people think I've just been like head down training since quarters, but like I basically had 2 months off. So just not as confident as I normally am because I've only been training for a month since quarters, whereas everybody else is just coming off semis and having that kind of experience and training for that in intensity that I just haven't had. It took us a while to kind of heal from quarters and stuff. So it took me and Brett a while to kind of get back on the same page and be able to train again. So yeah, I just wasn't as confident as I normally am. So I definitely was more nervous, but we kind of messed up that first workout there.
Did you get rid of the jitters?
I did get, I got the jitters out. And then the second workout with that biker, you guys probably know what the workouts are. They changed it so it had to be mandatory standing, damper 10 for the guys. And they were supposed to be 10 for us, but then Cooper convinced Jake to make it 8, which is like whoop-de-doo, same thing.
Right.
But anyway, so I go out and I like set up all my dumbbells. It's raining, right? So I'm like wiping them all down. My judge has like no idea what's going on. I'm in like the farthest end. So we can't hear anything and there's no clock on the floor. So we can't see. It's an interval workout. You need to know where you are. But anyways, so we couldn't see or hear where we were at. And then he goes 3, 2, 1, go. And so I jump on my bike, but my damper is at 0 because the girl must have gotten on and like, or 1, whatever. There is no 0. Same thing.
It was not an 8.
It's not anything because the girl must have gotten on just to like pedal at the end. But anyways, so damper is at nothing. And so I'm just like spinning and I'm like, yo, like my damper's at like 0. And then he cranks it to 10. And I'm like, no, like our damper's at 8. So then he brought it down. So I probably lost like maybe 10 seconds there just because like I got 0 cals in that time. And then I sprinted my guts out to get off the bike at the same time as everyone else. But then I had no idea he wasn't calling out time or reps. So I ended up working into my rest. So I wasted reps and I lost 10 seconds of my rest. And then second round, same thing, sold my soul. And I put myself in a position where I could finish in the third round. So that's what I planned on, because I heard Cooper yelling and he's like, you have enough time to finish. So I like sold out on the third round. And I had like 4 dumbbell snatches left. And again, did extra reps because I worked into my rest and he didn't call it out. So I lost rest there. And then I blew myself up so hard, I straight up had to sit on the bike, take like a no rep because I can't bike sitting down, stand up again. Like, it was embarrassing. It was bad. It was probably the worst I've ever looked, felt, or like it was bad. I was like, you do not look like an elite finisher right now. So it was really bad. I sold it on the third round and there was just nothing. I couldn't even straighten my legs. So yeah, that one was a bit of a hot mess. We're in like 4th or something, but definitely not how I envisioned my first competition back to start.
Well, are there 6 events?
There are indeed.
Okay, so you're only a third of the way through.
Very true.
And you're sitting in
I don't
4th.
listen to you.
Time to move on, right?
I know. I just don't like listening to people.
Oh, Catherine's
Catherine,
spotty.
you're breaking up on us.
Oh no.
So she's actually there watching you.
Oh, cool. Oh, so she probably got to witness that whole.
She may
was
have
shaking her head the whole time you were talking.
I want to know. What she
I
has
think
to
you're back,
say.
Catherine.
Okay, I'm back.
Please hold this.
Sorry.
I'm really bad holding it.
There was many athletes that didn't get stopped at the end of the intervals. The judges on that floor have been on since 10 a.m. They're not getting breaks. They're checked out. Like, it's
so like there's that, obviously, like they've been there for a while, but then the other problem too is there's no like central clock. Like they have just like their own handheld stopwatch. So like there's people that are finishing where it's there's a clear difference, like of 5 seconds or whatever, and then they end up like tied on the leaderboard because their judges' stopwatches aren't the same. Like a lot of issues with the the bike interval one, I think would have gotten solved if it was just one clock. Because then like her and we were on the far like left lanes.
Yeah, you can't hear anything.
You can't hear them. The lady had a bullhorn, but like Bella had the mic, and you could hear her clear as day. But they were yelling into the bullhorn like 3, 2, 1, go, and you can't hear her. No. Like you literally cannot.
It should have been
the
same person doing.
Like when I came off the floor, I was like, hey, y'all should just have Bella, or even have Bella give somebody the mic to do the 3, 2, 1, because like I was like, we cannot hear you. No. Like at all. Sucks. And yeah, I mean that was tough. And then the bike was super wet, so the biker it was just so much worse because like your legs blow up because you're trying not to slip off.
Yeah, it definitely is like it's never the judge's fault. Like I know they're doing their very best. Like that poor guy was so stressed, and I wish I could have told him like it's okay, like at the end, but I was trying really hard to not literally die. I probably laid on the floor for a long time, but it was just like the fact that it started at 0, it creates, and then I had no idea where I was because he wasn't calling out. Like that first round created so much stress that I held like 1,800, 1,700 calories per hour on the bike just to like catch up, and that like screwed me a little bit. So it's like just that initial like when you get your heart rate up that fast because things are going wrong like that in like a workout that fast, like that messed me up hard because I lost about, I think I was first, maybe second in the heat again until the very end. And I just like, there was, when you sell yourself out like that on a standing damper 8 biker, like you can't come back.
So I'm gonna do my best, Savon, and we have one more athlete, and she can only be on for a little bit of time, and then we'll kind of do it all together. Hopefully, we can pull this off.
Yeah,
but it's
you guys
Gabrielle
can hang out
Spenst.
for a little bit, can't you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So we have Gabrielle Spence with us. How are you, Gabrielle?
Hi. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good. I think your service isn't the best, but we're going to do our best.
Okay, sounds good. Hopefully we get into better reception at some point too.
All right, so we have Annika Greer and Logan Ewing with us as well. And Leo, or no Leo? Who's Leo?
I mean, he's throughout. Yeah.
So, Gabby, you are currently sitting in first place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
So, can you walk us through your day real quick?
Yeah. So, started the workout one. I didn't really know what to expect when I get into it. I just had a mentality this weekend to just have fun and enjoy. There's a lot of athletes I haven't seen in a little while that I got to catch up with, and so just having a good mentality of having fun and just running your own race. And yeah, that's pretty much my mentality that was going into it, and just focus on what I can do and just kind of execute, do your own thing kind of thing.
So you're just blinders on?
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't really notice anybody. Like I look behind like the third run just to see, because I just didn't really know what to expect. So, and I do know some of the girls, but there's a lot of girls that I don't know, and I didn't know like strengths and everything like that. So I didn't really know how it would go and how I would stack up. So I think just try to run my own race and just enjoy the time there.
So Logan and Annika were kind of talking about some of the difficulties that they were having today with being able to hear announcers in that 2223 workout, not being able to see a clock.
Totally.
And then the rain on the bike and all that kind of stuff. Were you experiencing all that same stuff as well?
Not too bad, because I was in lane 4, so I feel like I was pretty close to the blowhorn. Like I heard like the 10-second countdown, so I could hear it, but I could see. I mean, well, that even said, and then one of the girls I was training with, she was in the same lane as I was, and that she didn't hear the horn or anything. So they're
So Gabby, we're really losing you right now.
Oops.
So I'm gonna go to Logan while you're getting a little bit better reception.
What's up?
So Logan, from your perspective, you finished 8th and 8th today.
Not going good.
Event.
Hey, you want to know something funny? That was my baseball number, and it's my favorite number. So there's a little bit of an issue, like Leo and I, because I think we're touching on leaderboard. Are you 7th?
Yeah.
He's like 6th or 7th. So there were 2 guys that they put their score in as like 10:30 something, but they were 11:30 something. So they ended up beating us. They said they'd fix that. So we might move up to like 6th and 7th, and I think I might end up taking 6th on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I still am waiting on. I was talking to Mike, the owner, came up to me after that workout, and he was like, "Hey, like I watched what happened. Like, he just kind of asked me like, did your judge give you any cows back or anything?" I was like, "No. Like I just did it. I just had to catch up." And he was like, "We might be able to do something like if we go back and like I had like a video or whatever. I counted all my dumbbell snatches to make sure he didn't like mess any of those up. Those were fine." But like just that whole starting at damper 1, like that kind of thing, like even if he gave me 5 seconds back, like I wouldn't care. Just like something to kind of make up for the fact that I started on damper 1, and then I also lost 20 seconds of rest like twice. So there's just like a little thing like that. So like I might have a little point adjustment too, but whatever. I'm not expecting it.
Yeah, like when she was going, like I was with her coach, and like when her judge like didn't tell her to stop or like yell at her to stop?
I'm the only one still going.
I was let her keep going. Like, I don't know. Like, we kind of looked at each other like, I'm just gonna sit here and pretend that I have no idea what's going on.
My heart rate went from 0 to 210 in the first 3 seconds when I started spinning, and the bike was literally going like it was so.
I was walking over right when she got on the bike, and like she gets on, and I was like, holy shit! I'm going so fast. Like, look at her legs! Look at her legs go! It's like a hamster on a hamster wheel, and then I like see him like lean over and then all of a sudden she's like, it's like she's going through mud, and then like she was like saying something, and like her coach and I like we could not figure out what was going on. We're like, was her damper like really low, and then it went really high, and then we thought like that her bike wasn't counting or something because like she kept,
was off at the start. My bike wasn't counting at the start also.
So, I mean, it was like, and then like for me, like they had us set up, like I took my time, like chalked my dumbbells up, set my bike, which my bike, I don't know how hers was or like anybody else's. It took me like legit
it was so sticky
30 seconds to get it to like actually slide. Like I was like, how does this work? And then it finally like broke loose and I slid it and I was like, oh, thank God. And then right after I finally tightened it up, the guy goes, oh, we're going to move you to this one. I'm like, dude. So I was like, all right, I need like 30 seconds then because they were getting ready to start. So I need at least 30 seconds then so I can do that whole process over again. And then, I mean, we didn't hear the first go.
Where's your phone? Do you have breath numbers?
I feel like this is like therapy for you guys to just get it all out. Just
let me message him.
So Gabby,
you know,
this literally is. We haven't talked about
it's good.
Yet.
Happy to provide an outlet for you guys.
Yeah, we just went and got Subway, so we haven't gotten a chance to let all this out.
I told Cooper, I was like, yo, I'm about to jump on a podcast. I'm announcing my early retirement at age 19. Because I was so pissed. He was like, Annika, don't be a bitch.
Okay, right, I've got to log off,
take some
guys.
bites of your Subway.
All right. Bye, Catherine. Thank you for jumping on.
See you guys.
All right.
Can you guys hear that piano?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. We're at Leo's Airbnb right now, and there's like other people here just ripping that piano.
Nice.
It's a little.
That's a 6-year-old.
It's a 6-year-old. What a beast.
So Gabrielle, I want to follow up with you a little bit. Did you have to do any of the snatches past your point, or could you hear when time was called each interval? Uh-oh, now she's on mute completely. We can't.
This is so fun.
Yeah, we have all the technical issues tonight.
All right, skirt. I'm unmuting Annika and Leo then, and Logan.
We're back. That was a good decision.
Gabby, I think you're going to have to log out and come back in. There we go.
We hold nothing against.
Yeah, no.
This is awesome. Yeah, if I just mute you randomly, don't worry about it. It's all good. I love you guys, but we need to hear from somebody else. So Subway, what's everyone ordering? What'd you get?
I've like had the same order since I was like 6 playing baseball. So it's just turkey and ham on wheat bread. They don't have American cheese here because we're not.
What is American cheese? We're not getting on this topic of conversation.
She thought it was Velveeta. Like these Canadians, man.
White American.
I've spent
made in Wisconsin
in this country.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes. All right.
Yeah,
okay, sorry. I'm
so
sorry. This is so inconvenient for you guys. I'm sorry.
So were you having any of the difficulties about hearing the time? Did you do extra dumbbells where you didn't need to?
I didn't do any extra dumbbells. No, I could hear I heard like the 10-second countdown, but I don't remember hearing like the stop. I would just like, my judge, I felt, did say when to stop. So.
Yeah, you seem to be one of the lucky ones.
I did. Yeah, I guess so. It sounds like it. But yeah, I don't know if it had anything to do with being in like a closer lane or something. Like, I have no idea.
So I got to say, I'm pretty stoked for you. You took 2 firsts today, in a really stacked field. And when we talked at the MAC, was it MAC or Syndicate?
The MAC, yeah.
MAC. You were just like kind of getting into these types of competitions. and you've improved so fast.
Thank you.
What's your goal for the end of the weekend here?
The end of the weekend. Well, I came in with the goal, like I was like top 8 would be super cool, but I mean, I was really excited for the first 2 workouts today, and so I'm just hoping that like starting off good, I guess, like now I guess the goal is to hold on to that as best as I can and see if I can, you know, get on the podium would be awesome. But yeah, I guess just see how it goes.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of the 2 workouts so far?
My favorite part of the 2 workouts, definitely not the bike. That one hurt so bad. I liked the snatch one. Just like when I practiced it, I did a longer run because they didn't let us know how long the run was. So I guess I was just happy with no misses on the snatches. That was the goal, and to be able to do that was really, really good for me. So I was happy.
Yeah. It's really hard for us because we haven't got to see anything go
Totally.
on, right? You know, and you've done all this out of Heat 1.
Yeah, he won. Yeah.
We talked to Hattie, oh my gosh, Hattie.
Yeah.
Hattie, who you were going toe to toe with in that first heat.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it good to have her to get a little push?
Yeah, totally. Because I knew that she's really a good person to keep my eyes on. I didn't know that much, so it was nice to have her in the heat, and she's really nice. I've never talked to her before, but like before today, and she was a really good person to have in the heat for sure.
Are you excited for reseed tomorrow?
Yeah, I think that'll be fun. Center, middle row, so it's cool. Yeah, I'm excited for it. So.
Well, we're glad you could jump on with us for a little bit. We just want to get a taste of what was going on there, and hopefully you can join us again later in the weekend.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Sorry again for my reception.
No,
that's okay. And Scott, you interviewed Gabby in advance of the MAC. Is that true? So people can go back to our YouTube channel and get a little more information about Gabby if they're wondering who is this person.
There's a lot of uhs and ums from me. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. I'd for sure love to come on again. So.
Yeah, and say hi to your dad for me.
Oh yeah, for sure I will. Thanks so much, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, they're back.
Okay.
What did we miss, guys?
This kid is talented.
We
out
got
there.
Beethoven in our house right now.
Can you hear that?
You guys are the rowdy ones, right? So
no, he's staying with me this weekend. That was a bad decision.
It was a great decision. I'm the life of the party. She let me try on some of her new Ellis KD stuff.
Yep. If I lose my outfits for the weekend, we know where they went.
This guy.
You said,
oh my goodness.
And I have been better.
All right.
I was gonna let you guys ask Gabby a question. I felt like Logan, you could have come up with a good question for Gabby.
I definitely could have come up with something like something that would have made her really think deep, but she's gone.
That's okay. We'll get anyone else. We'll make sure.
It was gonna have nothing to do with CrossFit. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No rules here.
Thank God.
Yeah. You got the right people there.
So, Logan, did I hear right that you had COVID at Atlas?
What? What? No. Maybe, yeah. That was one of those things that I got very lucky that about like 12 hours before my flight back to the US, they ended the re-entry test to get back in. Otherwise, I might still be, well, I am in Canada right now. I might have never made it home.
So when we were talking to you during Atlas and you were talking about, I can't get the pace right, there may have been another reason for that.
Yeah. And then there was another reason why I kept making this face on that call, because I was trying not to just like start coughing, because I was like, that was me the whole weekend. I just be like, don't cough. Because I don't know how these people are going to react if I start coughing.
Especially in Canada, you cough and everybody's like,
oh, look, we have a celebrity guest that chimed in on the chat.
Aw, can't hug.
I'm not French, so I don't. Carolyn, thank you.
It was in English, Logan. She wrote her message in
Well,
English.
I know, but like,
okay, you don't have to
okay,
speak French.
all right. I get that. But the way that she pronounces people's names versus me is very different. Like, she was telling me the venue that I was competing in at Atlas, and I was like, yeah. Like, I just,
Oh, that was so good.
cool.
It was in English.
I know English, so
Okay,
thank you.
well, then you're good.
Well, Carolyn is a teacher, so I'm sure she could teach you some French.
There you go.
I don't know if I'm a good learner. I was told several times in high school that I was not. I was told I needed to pay more attention in class. So if she could help me with that first,
Oh my God.
then maybe I could learn some
I'm
French.
never getting on a podcast with you ever again.
Have you
Logan.
seen her Taekwondo videos?
Oh my God, yeah.
I think you would pay attention.
Your ass.
Could
Yeah.
she like? Oh, okay.
She
All
would
right. Yeah.
rule the
Well,
Drop
then
kick you.
I didn't have any teachers that I was ever afraid of, so maybe that was part of my
Nah,
problem.
you'd be afraid of Carolyn.
I would, yeah. I don't want to get whooped.
Yeah,
Who-
she was
who
a
did-
junior
who did
national
your-
champion.
Who did your semifinal pre-interview? Was it me or Scott?
It was
Did we do?
neither.
Was it me? Did
Was
we?
it
Did we
either?
do?
I think
Did we talk? To
we
you?
did one.
Well, I'm glad you can't remember either. Then, so we're both off the hook. Where did you go? You went to Atlas, so it was probably me. Let's see. I did
I'm
so
like
many.
stumped. I don't know why I'm stumped.
Did
on
we-
this, honestly.
Did we talk baseball? Because I would have
I
talked to
don't.
you about baseball.
I
I
don't,
don't believe so.
because I did your plead to CrossFit
Yeah.
episode, but I don't think I did
Oh,
your
yeah.
pre-Atlas.
I did. I'll have to go back and look at it again.
So Carolyn
Oh,
says
I
English people
remember
can't
that
all
now.
teach English. So I'm assuming she's saying all French people can't teach French. She prefers
Right.
math and science.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't prefer math and science. You could like sit me down and like be the best teacher, and it still probably won't click to me. At least the math part. I get that from my dad though. His math is terrible.
How do we get here?
I don't know. I'm just so glad we're not complaining about today anymore.
I mean, her
so that's
parents
good.
are like smart. They're like
upgrade.
doctors, and I'm like, hey guys,
Ugh.
thanks for letting me stay.
Sorry,
here.
you and my dad were talking about aliens the other night. I was like, get into it.
So let me ask you this question, Logan. We've asked you about the day, and you're talking more about what Annika did out on the competition floor than what you
Number
did.
She's
one
fit.
fan.
She's fit.
Number one fan.
So where's that
Yeah.
coming from? Do we have to get a restraining order?
Yes, please. That is so funny.
He's
No?
not.
I'm a good friend. What can I say? Honestly,
So how was your day?
Oh, it
How was your
good.
day? How are you feeling out there?
I felt good. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of just riding my fitness from semis because I didn't like not train hard for this, but I didn't train like I normally would, I guess. Like I had a week that I gave myself to just like be a slob. And I mean, I only had 4 weeks between Atlas and now. So that was 25% of the time kind of wasted. But I mean, I still feel fit. And then like on the snatch rope climb workout, like I felt really good. And then I smacked the beam for the last rope climb and just like I got my thumb pretty good, and then I couldn't hook grip after that, so I tried to power snatch 245 without a hook grip, which I don't recommend. That was really dumb. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I should have just squat snatched it the first try, so that cost me probably 3 places on that.
What made you want to do this competition then? If you were sort of like peaking,
I don't see. I'm not
peaking
going to
for
say the answer
semis
after what you said earlier, but it was her.
It's me.
She like
it was you. Okay.
was it like right at like when she found or when she got
Restraining order.
when she got her invite, she was
Exactly.
like, yeah, I'm going to CanWest. And then she was like begging and pleading for me to come. So I was like, all right,
okay.
I guess I can go. But then like I made the mistake. Like I emailed them and I asked like about an invite, and they're like, yeah, like we'll get back to you on like a for sure invite in like May or June. they're like, but you're on the list and it'll like 99% sure it'll be you. And then I was like, I don't really want to wait. Like, is your qualifier still up? And they're like, yeah. I was like, how much longer is left in it? And they're like, about 25 hours. And I was like, all right, bet. So I just
No
went.
way.
That was my first day back from quarters. So I just did all the workouts in one day. And
Good grief.
here I am.
How did you guys become friends?
So we've been the only reason he's staying at my Airbnb. No, I'm just kidding.
Because I'm awesome.
We've been friends since 2020, the COVID year. Yeah. Because I remember that was the year like I had finally qualified, and then like the COVID, right? Like you guys know the story. Y'all been talking to me since I was 16.
Have you guys heard of COVID-19?
Stop. No way. But him and I kind of like found each other because we had like super similar like story. We both had elbow injuries and then like missed the games by like one spot.
Yeah.
And then we both like qualified, except he actually got to go. But then so like just kind of through that, he knew Paige Powers.
Yeah.
And it was literally just through that, like through like Instagram.
Yeah, it was through
and then
Paige.
He was one of the only people through like this year's quarterfinals fiasco that actually like checked on me every day. There's like 2 people.
What did I say there? I said good friend.
Yeah, number 1 fan. So yeah, we've just been homies for a while.
Okay. Have you ever had the opportunity to train together?
No, I keep saying no when he asked me to come to Cookville. Yeah. That's my fault.
It's a very one-way friendship, honestly.
So, Annika, I checked on you, but I didn't want to go daily because I thought definite restraining order.
No, you guys were also very good. Yeah. You guys were definitely on that list. I made a list of people after that happened, and y'all were on the good side.
She made a list, and one list was good. One list you don't want to be on.
Checked it twice.
You know what's really funny, Annika? I don't like, I'm not like a master at social media by any stretch, but you know how you have like close friends on Instagram? Mm-hmm. You can have like, I don't even know how to check it, but you are my only close friend on Instagram.
Stop, cute, love it.
I swear to God.
I'm here for it. I love it.
I always think that every time we see close friends, I'm like, do I just want to tell Annika this and no one else?
That's awesome. She blocked me. So I don't see anything.
I accidentally did block him one time.
Yeah. I'm like in the grocery store and she hits me up. She's like, hey, I accidentally just blocked you. So like, follow me again. What? I almost didn't follow her again. I was really hurt.
It took 30 seconds.
32 seconds. I timed it.
Oh, he's like, I should make her wait for another second.
Did you guys see Matt Fraser today? Was he around?
No, I saw Jake and Sammy a little bit.
They were on my flight here actually. So
were they?
They had to wait for their bags for like ever with me. I feel bad because she had to wait outside, and like I hate when someone picks me up from the airport. I hate to make them wait, and she had to wait for a while for me.
It's fine. But you're vibing.
So did you fly, Annika, over there as well?
Oh God, yeah. This is like the opposite end of the country. Like Canada is like, people forget how big Canada is just because we don't have like 50 states. There's only like 12. But no, like PEI in BC, it's like a 2.5 and then a 5.5 hour flight. Like couldn't be farther away. 4 hour time difference. It's actually a funny story. It was more expensive for us to fly here than it will be to fly to Spain for Madrid in September.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I actually pulled out an old atlas because we have interviewed so many Canadian athletes.
Yeah.
Leading up to the games, and my Canadian geography is awful.
Yeah, mine is too. So bad.
Like I thought Winnipeg was over by you.
No.
No, it's
all
like in the middle.
Logan's like, what's Winnipeg?
I only know the cities that have hockey teams, and they have a hockey team, so I know Winnipeg.
They do?
Yeah, the Jets.
Oh, I don't watch hockey.
That's a lie. She's Canadian.
I don't watch hockey.
Carolyn is listening.
All right.
Oh, Carolyn, I would watch you.
Big Avs fan. I grew up in Colorado, so Stanley Cup champions.
Yeah, you tell me that every time I see you, Logan, is that you're.
Yeah, that's like part of his entire personality.
You grew up in Colorado.
Oh.
What did you say about your baseball number? Is that's the place that you're in on the leaderboard?
Yeah, 8 was like always my number.
Okay. And what position did you play?
Catcher.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Why you say it like that? Are you
I didn't.
embarrassed? You really
Catcher's
got
the
it?
most involved.
Kidding.
I know, but you hesitated. You made like a funny face when I said what position. You're kind of like,
I was a catcher. I played a little bit of outfield towards the end there, and it was so boring that I was like, yeah, I can't do this. Like, you go from being involved in literally every single pitch to like, please God, hit the ball near me so I can move.
have you heard about the new NCAA rules for baseball that they're thinking of implementing next year?
No.
One of them is going to be that if you go into extra innings, you have to start someone on second base.
Really?
Yeah. And
Are
then
they-
go ahead.
That was like a COVID rule for. Are they still doing that in the MLB? I haven't
I don't
seen
think
any
so.
extra innings games this year. Now that I like think about it.
I don't think so. This is what I read about college baseball. I don't know about major league
I think
Yeah.
in
baseball.
major leagues they did it for the COVID year
Yeah.
because they
just
couldn't
because-
make up any games and everybody was playing with limited rosters. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we talk about horses? Anikha would understand that.
This guy.
Wait, one more. Instant replay video review for catcher's interference.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either.
because the catcher's never wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're
I was
always
just trying to
right,
get
so,
you-
like,
I was
why
just trying to
even
get you
try
fired
This
up.
explains a lot about his personality. That checks.
All right, I'm not gonna deny
that
that.
checks. This
I have
things
people,
are adding up now.
I have people watching this that would agree with her, so I'm not gonna
That
disagree with that.
That checks.
Well, guys, we have been at this for an hour. We're so glad you jumped on with us. I know you guys are probably starving.
We just ate, but
I didn't
Oh.
eat yet. I got a Subway sitting right here.
Let's do it.
but
Time to go.
We didn't get to ask Annika what was the Subway you ordered.
Same thing. I haven't probably eaten Subway since I played like soccer in like 4th grade for like the 3 days I did that. But I got 6-inch. I should have gotten a foot long, so I had lunch for tomorrow. But anyways, too late now. 6-inch whole wheat with turkey and lettuce and green peppers and cucumbers, all the greens, light mayo, and a lot of mustard.
Solid.
I
she
love
she
mustard.
looked lost ordering. She like
Yo, I was still passed out from that biker workout. My legs gave out in the middle of the subway. Like,
okay, that did happen. She's got chalk all over her legs still right
Yeah.
now.
I
And
don't know how I
what-
got here.
we're sitting on Leo's bed. Poor guy.
Poor
He's got
Leo.
chalk and
I was just gonna say, what happened to Leo?
Leo gone. Leo was done with us. Leo's in the
I
shower.
feel like we need to sing "We Don't Talk About Leo," right?
Leo is done with us.
Leo's
the poor
on
man.
ride.
Yeah, he's done with us.
Oh my God! What time is check-in tomorrow?
I don't know.
Ooh.
We're very excited for the rest of the events. I'll tell you that much for free. But I don't know. I don't even know the schedule yet. I don't
Someone
think.
was saying it's early tomorrow. Like
Okay.
8 a.m.
Yeah, maybe 8.
Well, a little fatherly advice here.
Yeah.
Annika, things don't always go well for you.
No,
Like,
they
we
really
have
don't,
learned
and I'm
that-
starting to think I'm cursed.
No.
So make sure you know the check-in time tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Luckily, I have my mom's competing too. If anybody was wondering, and she won both of
Oh,
her
is she?
events today. So I'm like the worst Greer right now. Just the disappointment of the family. Like she just swept the first 2 events. She's probably gonna sweep tomorrow too. And I'm like, it's fine, guys. Not fit anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
the
just
less
being
the less fit Greer.
yeah. But
Every time we talk to you, like it's your damper's wrong. You know, they changed the rules. They
When I was testing workouts for this, I told her like my bike rig shut off, and she's like, "It's always something." And then I was like, "Excuse me, excuse me, coming
Well,
from you?"
because the first workout
Yeah,
he was like,
you?
"Oh well, I could only do this," and then the next one he's like, "My bike shut off," and I was just like, "It's always something with you."
There was one. So there's that 200-pound sandbag one. Is that tomorrow? No, it's on Sunday. And at Mayhem, we have like a bunch of different like sandbags. And I grabbed the 250 thing. It was the 200. And I was like questioning everything because I failed like 4 times. I was like, I suck. I'm going to get buried on this workout. And then I did it with the 200 and I was like, oh, okay, we're good. We're good.
Never mind.
Maybe your sandbag will break, and then it'll be lighter. because sand will fall out of it.
I feel like if anyone's sandbag's gonna break, it's probably gonna
It's
be
gonna be
her.
mine. No, my rope's gonna come apart. I won't be able to have a riser.
The rower monitor.
The rower monitor is not gonna work.
Well, let's just, in our heads, let's just go through worst case so that
Yeah.
we're like prepared for that. And then if it all goes smoothly, we'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
Right?
I feel rusty, but it's okay. We're just gonna
You'll
make
be
the
good.
best of it.
You'll be good. Can you guys do this again tomorrow? Perhaps?
Yeah, for sure. Do you want us back?
Oh, yeah.
I'm honored.
Yeah, like they want us to come back.
I was just
maybe
talking
we
to
should be
Annika.
separated.
Actually.
I think we'll ask the quieter athletes on like at the beginning of the show,
Yeah, we'll
and then
have
we'll
you guys
come in and finish her up.
come
Okay,
up
okay.
You
run
guys
up
were
the
able to
caboose.
break our shells. We're both
Yeah, we're very
not
shy.
very talkative.
We're very
I
shy.
know.
Yes.
It's unfortunate.
My mom, the first day he was here, he goes, "Wow, he talks a lot." I was like, "Yeah."
I didn't know that.
And then she goes, "I can see why you guys are friends." I was like, "Enough out of you."
I do have to say this. I never met Logan in person until the Syndicate Crown.
This better be good.
And then after 2 weekends in a row of hanging out with Logan, I think I know him like as well as anybody.
Yeah, probably.
I probably
He
told you
can't
the
keep
whole
a
life
secret
story.
to himself. Like, don't tell him your secrets.
He's like an open book. It's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
I know everything about all the Mayhem crew now. I know.
Well, that sounds bad. I mean, come on.
Oh,
Oh, you
That's
guys
amazing.
are fun. All right.
All right.
Eat, sleep, find out what time you have to be there tomorrow. Be there
Yeah.
20 minutes early and give them hell.
sounds good. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
All right, guys. Talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Have a great night.
Bye.
Thank you.
See ya.
Well, Kat, I guess we're doing this again
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely have to get the quieter athletes on first.
Like I said, I'll mute a bitch if I need to stick people on mute or put them back in the green room. I will. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. How does Sevon do this all the time?
I think he has people helping him, but I don't know.
Yeah. Because they
It's good
came on
practice
like
for us.
music blaring.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, you get some rest tonight, and we'll
You
do
too.
this again at the end. And let me get to our special button.
You
And
gotta show me
bye.
that button. See?